I'm sure you've heard the expression, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and it's absolutely true. I want to talk about instructional design and visual design and what they each are and how they can come together to really paint that picture that's 1,000 words and to help learning. So instructional design is about content, it's about learning goals, it's about changing performance, and it's the process of developing training programs to transfer knowledge, teach skills, and ultimately change behavior. Whereas virtual design is about how that information is presented visually. So it can make or break learning. So we have sensory filters, and if the information is presented poorly, it's hard to kind of visually connect and pull out what the meaning is. It doesn't even get past that sensory filter, so we're not even going to learn it. If your participant is the first thing that they're noticing is a poor visual design and they're having to work hard to get past that, they're going to struggle with even being motivated to learn and to be receptive to learning. Whereas if you have really good design, it can help people navigate through the content as opposed to being a roadblock. A friend and colleague of mine, a graphics designer, gave me an acronym 20 plus years ago, CRAP, as a way of remembering visual design elements. And if you want to use maybe a gentler or more politically correct term, you could say CARP, C-A-R-P. I'm going to stick with CRAP because that's what I remembered. So let me walk through what each CRAP stands for, and I'll explain it to you. So C is contrast. So I think of the Sesame Street song, one of these things is not like the other. So that to me is when I think of contrast. So what we do is we group like concepts together so that we can set something apart that's going to be different. So we can do that by looking at the size or the shape or the color or the position of what those items are kind of on the screen or on the page. R is repetition, and this is when we want to repeat an element to create a theme or to create unity. So an example that I do from a learning perspective, when I'm training virtually, I have slides and I have an icon in the top left-hand corner that visually shows kind of what the activity is. So if I'm asking a question and I want people to respond in chat, I have a little chat icon. If I want people to respond using annotate, I have a little pencil for annotate, or breakout, I have a breakout room. So the repetition, always putting in that icon in that same position, is part of making it familiar. The A is all about alignment, and this is one of my pet peeves. So when I'm designing a learning roadmap, so I'm doing a curriculum design project, sometimes I do it in PowerPoint. I create that visual roadmap in PowerPoint, sometimes in other software programs, but there's that align feature. And if I have, little bubbles on the screen, which are each of the training courses in that curriculum, all those bubbles need to be aligned. And if they're a little bit off, it just irks me. So alignment is really important, whether it's kind of left or right or top or down or whatever. And then the last one is proximity. And this is where we group elements to show their relatedness. So it's a little bit like contrast maybe, but it's what we're doing here is we're showing how they're related. So if some things are far apart, then they're not related, but if they're close together, then they are. And I guess I just think of e-learning maybe with this, that if I have pictures on a screen or icons on a screen, I would group the like ones together, and ones that aren't related, I would maybe put further apart. So I hope that acronym helps, whether you want to choose CRAP or CARP, either is fine. And just, I guess the main point is that the visual design is a very important part of creating quality instructional design.